Hi, Linda Bowen here from stampingwithlinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. It's Tuesday and Fancy Fold, and today I have a fun Z gatefold with designer series paper. This card was inspired by a card I received once again in my team challenge from Sue Floyd from Akron, Ohio. And I am going to be using the Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper and the Sweet Collection dies and stamp set. But let's go ahead with our measurements. First, I have 2 pieces of basic white. These measure 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 and a 3 by 3. I also have a piece that is 3 3/4 by 5. I'll be using that for the inside of my card. I have the In Color 2024-2026 glimmer paper. Have 2 pieces in the Petunia Pop. One measures 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. The other one is 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. All these measurements will be over on my blog, stampingwithlinda.com. I also have the glimmer paper, and this is in the Summer Splash. I used the adhesive sheets on the back of this because I used the detailed die to cut out the design, and I wanted to make sure that I had this is very delicate, I don't want to rip it. I wanted to have good adhesive to adhere it down, and it's just being difficult to come apart here a little bit. I probably should have run it through a couple of times because I had that adhesive sheet and on the glimmer, but I think we've got it here. I'm gonna go grab that pick tool. I think once I pull that backing off, the little pieces will be popping out better. So we'll just go ahead and wait until we get to that stage. I have 2 pieces of the Petunia Pop. The one is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. That'll be for the inside, and then a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and that will be for the outside of my card. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my designer series paper. It measures 5 1/4 by 12, and we're going to go ahead and score that. Hopefully I'm doing it on the side that I want. I believe I am. The scoring lines. So we're going to score at 2 inches, at 4 inches, at 8 inches, and then finally at 10 inches. Now what we're going to do is we are going to find that score line on each side, and we are going to mark down 2 inches and make a little pencil mark. So let me get my ruler in here, and we're going to make a pencil mark, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Come down 2 inches, pencil mark, and then we are going to score, and we're going to score from that pencil line to that first score mark at the 2 inch. So put my pencil line in my track, and I said we're going to score, but we're actually going to cut. I'm going to cut that. Come over here and do the same thing. We want the high end on the fold side. So right about there. Hard to see. Oops, I think I moved that a little bit. Hard to see with the pattern. My pencil lines. We've got that. Now we're ready to assemble. So we're going to go back in and grab my bone folder. Now I want the pattern on the outside. Got like so. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to grab these little pieces and they're going to go down at the bottom. I'm going to grab my glue so I can move it about a little bit. Triangle. This fancy fold is just great to show off that designer series paper. The other corner here. And I'm going to leave that glue out because I'm going to use it for the inside of my card also. It just goes right along the edge. Going to grab that white and petunia pop for the inside. Never was much one for the multi-purpose glue, but I'm starting to really like it because it allows me to position when I just have a small border to move it around. So now we've got the inside of our card. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add, now let me see, is this the small one? It is the smaller one. I want to stamp the happy birthday, so I'm going to grab that petunia pop and stamp the happy birthday. This is from the Unbounded Beauty, or Unbounded Love, I think it is, stamp set. That verse. Now we're going to put that on our glimmer paper. Again, I think with the glimmer paper, the multi-purpose glue works better than our Stamp & Seal Plus, even though I love the Stamp & Seal Plus. The glitter and the glue seems to work better for an adhesive. So I've got my 3x3 piece of the glimmer and the 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So we've got that. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add that to the front of my card. So this needs to go like right here. And what we're going to do is just match up the tips. So we're going to go ahead and grab my glue. We want it at a diagonal. So match it up like so. Isn't that pretty? Just love the colors of that. Now this piece is smaller and it is going to go in here. Now I found the best way to add the adhesive is to line my tips up. My border here. We want our adhesive just on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that multi-purpose glue and add my glue. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let me think this through. This goes like this. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did. No, I did not. My piece needs to be over here like this. I glued it on the wrong side. I'm going to go ahead and just continue to do the video. So the glue should have been up on this end, not on this end. My mistake. No mistakes in hand stamping. I will just go back in and redo that piece, because my happy birthday, of course, is upside down. But in the sake of the video, we're just going to continue on. So we're going to go ahead and add adhesive to the back. That never happens to you, right? Where you put your adhesive on the wrong end of your paper. You know, I was thinking through it, and then still did it wrong. But there again, we'll just layer on top. So we've got this opening up like that. Again, make sure that you don't look at that happy birthday. We'll correct that. Now we're going to go into that die cut. We're going to pull off the backing, and hopefully most of the little pieces will just pop up with that. And they did. That's one nice thing about that sticky paper. As you can see, the little pieces just came off with pulling the backing out. Remember when we first started getting the detailed dies and how hard they were to work with? That sure has changed. So now we're going to put this on the front of our card like so. I'm going to go in, and I have already die cut some of the little flowers, and I've got them both in the Petunia Pop and the Pretty in Pink. So we're just going to add those flowers. Let's go add the bigger ones down here. Smaller ones to the top. Oops, I don't think I got a glue dot. There we go. Maybe one more of the Petunia Pop. And then we're going to add a couple to the inside also. They are sticking to my fingers because I have some of the multi-purpose glue on my fingers. I think that's why I didn't like the multi-purpose glue at first, and I've just gotten used to things sticking to me. I just need to watch how much glue I put on. We're going to go in, and we are going to use our resin dots. These are in the In color. And we're going to add them to the center of our flower, or flowers, plural. Go ahead to the front of the card and do the same. And I'm also going to bring in my adhesive back birds and dragonflies. These are an online exclusive. We're just going to add those to the front of the card. Let's do one more over here. And push them down, and there you have a fun Gate Z-fold opening card using that beautiful glimmer paper and designer series paper. Again, a shout out to Sue for inspiring this layout. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.